Don't scroll. Yes, you. Before you keep scrolling, listen for just a moment. This message might not be random. Sometimes the universe places a message in front of someone exactly when they need it the most. And if you found this video today, there is a chance this message is meant specifically for you. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone connected to your soul is thinking about you, your soulmate, and something important just happened in their life. Something that suddenly reminded them of you. Something that made your memory appear in their mind again. Maybe they were listening to a song. Maybe they walked past a place that reminded them of a moment they once shared. Or maybe they simply felt a sudden emotion they couldn't explain. A quiet feeling in their heart that whispered your name. Sometimes soul connections are mysterious. They don't always follow logic. They don't always follow time. Two people can be separated by distance, by circumstances, or even by years. But a true soul connection never completely disappears. It waits. It stays hidden inside the heart. And sometimes, one small moment can awaken it again. Right now, your soulmate might be sitting somewhere, thinking about you. Maybe in their room late at night. Maybe looking at old memories. Maybe wondering how your life is going. Wondering if you ever think about them. Wondering if the connection they once felt was real. Because some connections feel different from the beginning. They feel deeper, more intense, more meaningful. Almost like two people recognize each other on a level beyond words. Many people meet hundreds of people in their lives, but only a few leave a permanent mark on the heart. Only a few feel like they belong in your story. Those are the connections that stay with us, even when life moves forward, even when paths change, even when silence grows between two people. Sometimes you may suddenly remember someone you haven't thought about in months. Maybe their name appears somewhere. Maybe you dream about them. Maybe you hear a song that reminds you of them. These moments often feel random, but sometimes they are not random at all. Sometimes they are small reminders from the universe. Little signals that two souls are still connected somewhere in this world. Your soulmate might not even fully understand why they are thinking about you today. They might simply feel something inside their heart that refuses to disappear. A quiet voice telling them that someone important is missing. Maybe they tried to forget. Maybe life pushed both of you in different directions. But deep connections don't vanish easily. They hide. They wait. And then suddenly, one day they return. Right now, your soulmate might be asking themselves many questions. They might be wondering if reaching out would be the right thing to do. They might be afraid of what you would say, afraid of reopening old feelings, afraid of discovering that too much time has passed. Sometimes people stay silent, not because they don't care, but because they care too much. They fear losing the little connection that still exists. So instead, they keep their thoughts inside their heart, thinking about you quietly, remembering the way you made them feel, remembering the conversations, the laughs, the moments that felt simple but meaningful. Maybe you also sometimes feel a strange emotion when you think about someone, a small ache in your chest, a warm memory, a moment of curiosity about where they are now, what they are doing, if they are happy. These thoughts are more powerful than we realize, because when two souls are truly connected, they often feel each other even from far away. Energy travels in ways we cannot see. Feelings move silently between hearts. And sometimes two people begin thinking about each other at the exact same moment. Right now, there is a possibility that while you are listening to this message, your soulmate is thinking about you, wondering if destiny might bring your paths together again someday. Life has a strange way of reconnecting people who are meant to meet again. Sometimes years pass. Sometimes people change. Sometimes everything seems different. But when the right souls cross paths again, something feels familiar. Something feels peaceful, like coming home after a long journey. Many people believe that soulmates are not always perfect relationships. Sometimes they challenge us. Sometimes they teach us important lessons. Sometimes they leave so we can grow. But even when distance appears, the connection leaves a permanent mark. Right now, your soulmate might be realizing something important. They might be realizing that certain memories cannot be replaced, that certain people cannot be forgotten, that some connections are rare and special. They might be remembering the way you understood them, the way you listened, the way conversations with you felt easy and natural. Sometimes we only understand the value of someone after time passes, after life becomes quiet, after we look back and realize how meaningful a certain connection really was. And tonight, your soulmate might be doing exactly that, thinking about you, wondering if the story between you was finished or simply paused, because sometimes what feels like an ending is actually just a chapter closing. The story itself may still be waiting to continue. Maybe you haven't met your soulmate yet. Maybe they are still somewhere in the world, living their own life, learning their own lessons, growing into the person they are meant to become before meeting you. But when the moment is right, life often creates unexpected paths. Two strangers meet. A conversation begins, and suddenly something feels different, comfortable, familiar, like two souls recognizing each other, not with words, but with feeling. If this message resonates with you today, take a moment to think quietly. Think about the people who have touched your heart deeply. Think about the connections that felt rare and meaningful. Sometimes the universe reminds us of these connections for a reason, not to make us sad, but to remind us how powerful human connections can be. Some people enter our lives for a short moment. Some stay for years, but a few remain inside our hearts forever. And somewhere in this world, someone may be thinking about you right now. Someone may be remembering the way you changed their life in ways you never realized. Maybe they wish they could talk to you again. Maybe they hope that one day your paths will cross again. Maybe they simply hope that you are happy wherever you are. And maybe, just maybe, the reason this message appeared in front of you today is because your soul needed to hear it. Because sometimes the universe whispers messages to us in quiet ways, through thoughts, through memories, through unexpected moments like this. So tonight, before you go to sleep, take a moment, look at the sky, take a deep breath, and remember something simple. If a connection is truly meant to be part of your story, life will always find a way to bring it back. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far apart two people are, because some connections are written deeper than time. They are written in the language of the soul. And those connections always find their way home